I'm finally going to do it. I'm going to finally show you behind the scenes of my studio, and I've been saying I'm going to do it for a long time, and I'm finally going to do it, so here we go. What's up, guys? Matt LeFait here. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. I release a video every Saturday, and it's always music-related, positive, uplifting, and always a lot of fun. I hope you join me. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't done it yet. And check out my new music video I just released called Not Trading In. Really fun fact about that video, my son, Caden, he's 10. He did all the camera work for it. So today we're going to jump in on what kind of gear I use, camera, software, instruments, all that fun stuff. Hopefully kind of like let you see behind the scenes kind of my setup and what I do here. So instead of me rambling on for 20 minutes, I'm just going to jump right into it. So here we go. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start off with a nice sip of coffee, of course. Best dad ever. I got that for building the treehouse. Best dad ever. Kind of reminds you of World's Best Boss off The Office with less delusion. I hope. So I'll show you the room first. Okay, let's start with my guitar wall. This is my acoustic guitar wall. My favorite guitar would have to be my Taylor. Yeah. I love this one. And my amazing wife bought it for Christmas for me like a few years ago, which is awesome. Big surprise. Okay, so I have a lot of these guitars are honestly just for showing that I have guitars because I like to show off sometimes. This was one of my first guitars I bought, but I don't use that. So I use this one for my setup for pretty much any music stuff I do. I have a 12 string my dad gave me, but I don't use that for a whole lot yet. I have a vocal booth corner over here that, again, I actually don't use a whole lot because I usually take a microphone and I set it right up in front of here and I'll sing into it and I'll be able to control my recordings right there so I don't have to keep running back and forth because I work in the studio alone most of the time. I do have a, I don't know if you can see it or not, it's a shield. A shield that goes in front of your mic like that. And it protect, you put it in front of your microphone like that. And if I'm doing like actual professional recordings, I'll use that. For covers, I don't use it so much, but for like my actual radio singles and stuff like that, I will use that just to deaden the sound so you have more to work with in post-production. Then I have my Marshall amp. Again, that's more from my days of being in a rock band. I don't use that a whole lot now. For keys, I have a Yamaha CP33, and it doesn't get used a whole lot because I literally use it just for pads, strings, a little bit of keys here and there. I'm not a big keyboard player. I can, chunk it out a bit, I guess. Honestly, I use this one a little bit more, and this is just a cheap Casio from, I think it was from Walmart, to be honest with you. What kind of mic do you use, Matt? That's a great question. Thank you for asking. For a condenser mic, honestly, I'm just using Apex 435. I struggle with this question a lot because, you see a microphone that's $50 and you see a microphone that's $500, $5,000 or more. And you're wondering, is my microphone going to sound way worse than the $5,000 one? And do you know what? It depends on your voice. I find that my voice sounds good through the Apex 435, and believe it or not, now I'm going to dig into the vault here. I also actually use my Shure SM57 for vocals as well. Usually it's an instrument mic, but I also use it for vocals, and I find that it kind of gives you that upper mid range, which kind of punches through better, I find. So Apex 435, SM57. I also have an SM58, but I haven't used that for recording yet. Big question of the day is, Matt, what do you use for drums? Okay, so I've done it both ways. I have a nice nifty little electric kit over here. It's just a Roland TD4, I believe it is. TD4K maybe? Somebody can correct me in the comments below. And I'll actually run that through TuneTrack Easy Drummer. And I love MIDI drums because you can control them a lot better, especially in a small setting like this. You can really just kind of build them the way you want them. My drum room here, I got my drums here. It's just actually it's a lower end Mapex kit, but I've replaced the heads and everything, and it sounds pretty amazing. Got Sabian cymbals, replaced those. So yeah, this is actually a drum room. I've dampened it. It's insulated. There's code board on this side, pink rigid foam, and inside is actually acoustic panels on the inside too. So it really dampens the sound, and it makes my wife not want to kill me when I'm playing the drums, which is a bonus. As for speakers, I have KRK Rokit 5s, which are absolutely incredible. I'll recommend them to any serious musician or producer. Just incredible. I built these little stands out of birch stair treads, actually, and they sit perfectly. If you look at where I am, it's kind of ear level. I'm like slunk back in my chair. Slunk. That's off the Grinch. Remember? Slunk.
Then he slunk to the icebox.
Slunk. Audio interface. I literally just use a Focusrite Scarlett Solo, and I've had that for a couple years now. I also have this Alesis that can be used as an interface, but I don't recommend it because this is so much better. But I do want to upgrade to a larger interface because I'm getting to the point now where I want to do multi-track recording at the same time, and I don't have enough inputs. But this one, honestly, you're going to get pristine. Do you like that word? Pristine. You're going to get pristine recordings with the Focusrite Scarlett Solo, the same as you would as the 2i2 or the higher ones too. So if you're looking into interfaces, the Scarlett Solo's got you covered, especially for people that are in the studio doing instruments one by one by themselves. That's kind of like what I do. Let's get into the computer real quick. I'm not going to do anything fancy here. I'm not even going to do screen recording or anything. I am using Reaper. I really do recommend using Reaper if you're doing audio and video. Reaper does amazing video editing as well. This is actually a session for my upcoming single, Jingle Bells, which is going to be really exciting. I'm really excited to share that with you. But let me just jump into some of the things that I have here. Drums, as I was saying, I use TuneTrack Easy Drummer 2. So what I do is I actually play them, and then I run it through the system into this. So I am actually playing them. As for guitars, I'm using Bass Effects 2. They have some amazing tones. Honestly, here, I'll just solo a part for you. And this is from my new Christmas song, but there's a lot of things you can do. You can adjust your different tones. You got so many different amps to play with, Sims, all this stuff. So anyway, you can have a lot of fun doing that stuff. So you start turning knobs and it gets really, really addictive. Anyway, if you guys want to know more, I can do another video on this side of things. As for my computer, I am literally just running an old Dell Tower. Can't see that. I'm running Windows 7. Yes. I'm very, very updated, as you can see. If you haven't seen the theme of this, yes, I've spent some money on some things, but at the same time, I haven't gone overboard. I've started at very, very low, and as I need things, I've been updating them. So I've had this computer now for 6 years, 7 years maybe, and it was secondhand. So you don't need to go out and buy the very best of things. Equipment nowadays really does go a long way. Hopefully it's going to last you if you take care of it, obviously. Okay, what camera am I using? I'm going to put a picture in here. That's what I'm using. I'm using a Canon M50. I did spend money on my camera. Again, it's not a high-end camera. It was about $1,000. But I did put money in my camera. I was using a smartphone. I was using just a Samsung smartphone. I just wanted to upgrade my picture and video because I'm starting to do my own music videos and stuff too. I did invest in a camera. Not saying that you should if you're a YouTuber and you're doing smartphone videos and you don't notice any difference in the quality between that and an expensive camera. Don't spring the $1,000 or whatever it is or more for a camera. You don't need to do that. So there's two types of people that are going to watch this video. There's going to be the one that kind of just are curious of what I'm doing behind the scenes, how I do it, but they don't really want to know anything further. The next type of people are the type of people that are creatives, like me, that want to know how to do these things and if you can use certain types of gear, how technical it really has to be. And guys, it doesn't have to be technical at all. I'm not a wizard by any means. Sometimes the process of growing is just keep creating, keep putting out, and it'll all fall into place. So, comments below. If you have any questions at all, put them there. I will answer you back, and if it's something more in-depth, I can even make a video about it too. So I hope you guys really learned something today, and if not, you were entertained. I really love doing this. It's a passion of mine, music. I'm really enjoying doing video stuff now, camera work, and I'm really just happy that we can grow together. If you look at my subscriber right now, as of this moment, I have like 400 and something. I would love to see that grow. You can make that happen. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be notified when I release a new video, which is every Saturday. All right, here we go. See ya.
I'm not trading in. I'm not giving up.